Thank you. Please welcome Kimberly Chambers from NoCoSafeSpace.
Hey everybody, before I start, can I ask everybody if you're able to stand, stand. And if you're able to move forward, come closer, because this is exactly what's happening in our country. We have little spouts of people all over the place. So come closer, come forward, let's pull our energy together. My name is Kimberly Chambers. I use she, her pronouns. I'm the owner of NoCoSafeSpace and the director for Splash LGBTQIA Youth. This stuff matters to me because not only am I a woman, but I'm a member of this community. I'm here today to make sure that all women are given a space at this celebration. Transgender, femme, queer women, women of color, disabled women, immigrant women, undocumented women, homeless women, young women who are trafficked, and women who are survivors of intimate partner violence and sexual assault. The silent and the faceless, women who will ultimately become statistics. I'm here to further the revolution of all women as the evolution of our voice grows. In 1848, more than 150 years ago, the first gathering for women's rights happened. In 2019, we're still fighting this. In the 1920s, a century ago, women fought for the right to have a voice in our government. And in 2019, we're still fighting it. In the 1960s, trans women of color stood up for the rights of LGBT women and all people. But in 2019, we're still fighting for that, and that is not okay for me. Through history, women have fought, and we've fought as separate groups. So I'm calling out here today that all the white women, all the cisgender women, women who are able-bodied and neurotypical women, all women of faith here today, that we have to do better. We must stop factioning ourselves, and we must start fighting together as one. With our fellow trans women, our queer women, our women of color, our women in violence, women with disabilities, and women of marginalized religion. We must stop acting for our own conveniences and start fighting for the empowerment and celebration of women. Every woman, every individual, every identity. We must connect, we must value each other, and we must take up enough space in our country and our world to give a voice to our silent. We cannot settle for another temporary movement, not one that's going to last 150 years and still fight. When we leave here today, we cannot stop revolting. In the words of a young America Ferrera a couple of years back, if we do not stand together, march together, fight together, we will lose together. If we fall into the trap of separating ourselves by our causes and our labels, then we will weaken our fight and we will lose. Our trans women of color are being murdered nearly every day. This is all of our fight. Our youngest women are being trafficked every hour, and this is our fight. Women of color are being impoverished, beaten, and abused every minute, and this is our fight. All women, and some men, are being sexually harassed and assaulted every second, and you don't get to sit down while this is our fight. In November, we saw hundreds of women take leadership in our country, but still we fraction ourselves, our women, by parties. We silence women who have no access to vote, and we stand next to men who make decisions about our bodies. Why are we doing this to each other? That's the question I leave you with today. When we leave here, we go back to our homes, our houses, our apartments, our shelters, or the streets. But the day of celebrating our 3rd year in this newest women's movement cannot end. No matter who you are, how you identify, who you go home to, or what you believe in, you must be a part of this revolution. Let's finish this movement the last time and take up our rightful space with all women in our country. Thank you for coming. You can find us online to follow us for more and share our information.